Hey internet, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my annual Erin Condren Life Planner flip through video for 2019. It's going to be a long video because I'm going to talk a lot. I feel like these videos are partly to look at the spreads, but also just to kind of do a life review, I guess, on what 2019 was like. So this is the cover for 2019. I'm really going to miss this cover. Next year's cover is kind of rainbowy as well, but I mean, it's still not going to beat the one where it had like the world map on it and it was all rainbow. That is still my all-time favorite cover, but yeah, I do love the white and rainbow on white color. That's like one of my favorites. But when I was looking for something for 2020, I couldn't really find anything that looked similar without getting the same thing. So I'm also going to flip through my monthly views, which I never really show these because these are more in progress planning stuff. But what I use these spreads for at the moment is firstly to document all my travel and a lot of my online stuff. So blog posts, I have like stickers that I custom make. I don't offer these in the shop, but I guess if there was a request for it, I could. I don't know. I've just never heard anyone wanting stickers like these. So these are just like my custom stickers where I color code based on the brand that I'm blogging for or whatever. So like light blue is for Fables and Fashion, light green is for Beautiful Fable, and so on and so forth. So you've got the WordPress icon, which is for blog posts. You have the Instagram icons here, which is just to show that I put up an Instagram post. Then you have the little YouTube icons. This is for when I upload a YouTube video. And then I have like Etsy as well. You're gonna notice that there's gonna be hardly any Etsy stickers because I really wasn't on my Etsy game this year, so there wasn't many new releases. I'm really hoping for 2020 it's gonna be a whole new different story, but we'll see. But this kind of gives me a view as to how busy online I've been, because for me, I don't know if it's being an introvert or it's just me, but I can be very insular and just be at home. An entire week can go by and I may not have actually seen or talked to anyone. Well, obviously I see my family and stuff, but like I may not have made any contact with the outside world and I wouldn't even realize. So this kind of gives me a good overview as to what I'm putting out there. But anyways, so this, oh, I love this kit. I think we were still in Japan at this point. I'm pretty sure we already had made it to Tokyo. So last year we flew to Hokkaido for about a week, and then we flew to Tokyo for the rest of the trip. But Tobias and I got super sick on this trip, really sick, which was really unfortunate because I think I spent 2 days of the trip just sleeping in bed. And it always feels like a waste when you do that on holiday because you pay so much money to be there, you want to go out and enjoy it, and then you just really can't. So that was disappointing, but I did get some fukubukuros, which I also filmed a video for them, and then I never uploaded it because by the time I felt like I got around to editing them, it was already June, and I'm like, nobody cares, you should have done that on time. But I was sick, so I didn't, and also lazy, so, and other reasons, so didn't do that. But yeah, that was my second week in Japan. Then we flew back to Melbourne, and then officially we were back at work. So first week of work is always kind of like, just looking forward to the next holiday. That's like all I care about when I get back to work. Just plan for the next public holiday or actual holiday. Go home early. I think I was still sick. I was still kind of recovering. Getting sick on holiday, I don't come back and I'm fully better. It still takes sometimes a week or so to get fully recovered. This kit, I think this was Glam Planner. Pretty sure this is was it Glam Planner or Scribble Print? I don't know. Scribble Prints and Glam Planner to me are quite similar, so I sometimes get them a bit confused. I actually think this is probably a Scribble Prints. I think this one is Glam Planner, that's right. This particular kit, which is very colorful. I can't remember the name for this particular shop. Oh, I'm really bad at this. I almost kind of need an index, which actually that's not a bad idea for next year, to have an index for every week and just write the shop name so that I have it ready for the next year when I do my 2020 flip through. But yeah, it's my mum's birthday this week, which was a lot of fun. And then we go into February, which is a pretty good YouTube-y month, like quite a lot of uploads, which I'm happy about. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is Hello Petite Paper because I'm a big fan of her stickers, love her so much. So every time I see her kits, I'm like, yeah, I definitely know this is Hello Petite Paper. And you can see I kind of go in and out on whether I want really fine tip pens, really thick pens, really inky pens. I don't know, and I like them all. Like I like this spread, but I like the previous spreads. I like a good variety, so I'm probably going to do the same for next year's planner as well. Well, next year's, I'm filming this right at the end of 2019, but this video is going to go up in 2020, like very early 2020. So this is the Australia Day public holiday, so I use that day to meal prep. I do a lot of meal prepping. You're going to notice I do a ton of meal prepping because I don't like spending everyday cooking, so I like to do like bulk cooking for like an entire day plus, and then I don't have to cook for the next 2 weeks. So this is another Hello Petite paper kit, glossy. And then, I can't remember, I think 1 ton in a million. So I have a couple of different types of kits. I have the ones that you can get at Michael's or any of the craft shops. And this one I think I bought directly from her shop with a bit of washi tape. I love putting washi tape down here because back in the day, like 2-3 years ago, when people used to do plan with me's, they would always use washi tape because sticker shops didn't have the bottom strips at the time. And I still love using them. I just feel like it's very old school. If I saw the name of the sticker shop, I would instantly know, but I can't remember the name right now. It's another shop that I really love. I bought probably 5 of her kits and I used them over the course of 2 years. I really need to go find the name because I would love to buy more of her kits. They're so good. Now we're into March. Again, it's pretty consistent with videos. Like when you see them all in the same rows like this, means I was really on my game. So I'm pretty happy about that. Again, another shop that I've completely forgotten. This is terrible. What I think I'll do is in the description, I'll try and link all the stores down below so that you can at least visit them. So yeah, I'll do that for you guys because I feel really bad that I don't remember each of the names as I'm filming this video. Nothing super special. Jimmy's birthday, we went to a really American heavy food place that he loved. He was obsessed with it. I think for the rest of us, it was a little bit of an overkill. And then, again, I can't remember the name of this particular one. I love this kit though. It's very oceany, it's very relaxed, and this is actually Jimmy's birthday. And then, oh, this is like last day of work for the week, obviously. Here we took a overnight trip to a place called Chateau Uring, and I actually have a vlog for that on my main channel. So if you head over to Fables and Fashion, you'll be able to see a semi-artistic vlog of it. I really enjoyed taking like weekend away getaways, but ever since buying the house and now having put so much money into renovations, I don't know if I'll be doing as many weekend getaways because I think I just want to put more into my house and spend the rest on actually going physically away to a different country. I think this is a Glam Planner kit, but a pretty old one. Yeah, I think this is an older kit. A lot of these kits you're going to notice is on the older side because there was one year where I just went completely nuts and bought a ton of kits. So a lot of these ones I was just trying to use my stash. 2019 I actually didn't buy many stickers at all. In fact, I don't even think I bought many in 2018. So you can imagine how old some of these kits really are. So this is the spread where I tried to use just Erin Condren stickers. And I don't know, I didn't find it super successful. I found it very restrictive. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one this year, maybe. I don't know if I'll film it, not sure yet. But in the end, I ended up cheating. So you've got washi tape, which obviously wasn't from Erin Condren. And this particular sticker here is from 1 ton in a million. So, and then obviously my own weather stickers. I mean, pretty much every spread I put weather stickers down just because I have mine. These come from my own shop and I like bulk make them so I can use them for myself as well. This one, again, from another shop that that escapes me, but I have linked down below. Love the colors for this. Very, very refreshing. Very, very like cutesy and pink. More meal prepping. I mean, let's face it, my days are not the most entertaining. So now we come to April. Video game, not too bad, but you can see we went on a holiday here. I think this is when we went to the US. For some reason I thought we went to the US in June, but I guess we went in April, probably to make use of the Easter breaks and then Anzac Day over here. So I didn't have to take as much annual leave. This one I think is a Scribble Prints Co. kit and an old one as well. I wasn't so keen with how thick the pen was because I used a fountain pen for this version, and it doesn't really come through, so you don't really see it, but I just felt like it was a bit too heavy and it made writing really challenging as well. So I would not recommend fountain tip pens or fountain pens for Erin Condren unless you are so inclined. Again, another shop that I can't remember. I feel like the name Ali's shop or something is coming to my mind, but I have a link down below, so not a big deal. Nothing really going on here. This was the last week of work, which I was very happy for. It was a 4-day work week because we flew off to America. I remember this flight. It was a long flight. Melbourne to Auckland, Auckland to Los Angeles, Los Angeles to New York. By the time we landed in New York, my body clock was completely messed up. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be 1 a.m., not 1 p.m. So for the first 3 or 4 days in New York, I was just falling asleep in the middle of the day and wide awake at night. It was not so good, but I love New York, so just being there itself was amazing. And I don't think, I didn't do any planning whilst I was in America. This was actually around the time I was starting to go through this like weird, this was actually around the time I remember specifically when my anxiety was getting especially bad. I had a couple panic attacks on the plane, not for the plane. Quite honestly, most of my anxiety actually comes from my day job, and I can say that here because I don't think anyone at work watches these sort of videos. But and when I say this year 2019 was stressful, it is almost exclusively work related, which sounds terrible. I don't know if it's my job or if it's me or if it's just something else. I don't know what it is, but it's creating a lot of stress. This was like the most stressed. Now it's not so bad. It's still sort of, but this was, I remember this being the worst. Like I literally felt like I had to quit or I was going to have a mental breakdown and physically something would go wrong. And Tobias was so amazing on the trip. There was sometimes we were out in New York just walking around and I was like, you know what, I have to go back to the hotel room because I want to cry. I just want to bawl my eyes out because I was so stressed out. So yeah, don't want to bore you guys, but yeah, it is what it is. So May, there's a lot of blogging in May, abeautifulfable.com. I was basically just cross-posting a lot of videos, so it may look like I was blogging a lot. Trust me, I really wasn't. It was just linking all my videos because I just wanted another place to store my videos. So this looks way busier than it actually is. Yep, and then because we spent 2 weeks, so this week we were in Los Angeles. By the time we'd landed in Los Angeles, I was feeling quite a bit better. But it might have been because it'd been a week since I left work, so I was, you know, generally a little bit more settled. By the time I came back to work, I was hoping I'd have a different perspective. Like always after holidays I come back to work, I'm like, you know what? Life is more important than the stress that this job gives me. I'm gonna be calm. And then sink in a few months and then you're back into the thick of it again and it's just stress. Anyways, this kit is from Hello Petite Paper. Very, very tropical. I don't know why I used a tropical kit because in May, this is technically Australia's autumn, so it was getting colder, but I don't know, just gives me good vibes. Now this is definitely from Scribble Prints Co. And I actually didn't finish it. You can see that there's a lot of blank spaces here. I don't know why I didn't end up finishing the spread. Oh, sick day today. There's a theme. I'm getting sick after holidays. I must have been sick, so I just didn't want to fill it out. And then we have a glam planner kit. I love this one. It's so cute. I especially love the sticker where you have like all the cats on ice cream. It's really, really cute. And then we were celebrating Violet's birthday on this day. We did an escape room for her birthday, I think. I actually can't remember in great detail. I feel like we did. But I also remember taking her to this really nice Japanese restaurant. And June, all right, June again, blogging looks really busy because I'm just cross-posting everything. But I think YouTube-wise I was doing pretty okay. I think this was around the time my main channel started falling off. Like I wasn't uploading as much because I was just trying to survive for my planner channel. Trying to survive. It makes it seem like I'm in war or something like that. But when work stresses you out a lot, the last thing you want to do is come home and think about doing other things. Even though this stuff made me happy, I don't know, I'm the sort of person that I'm a dweller. Like I would just sit and stare at something and just dwell. So this kit is from One Ton in a Million, but it was from the booklet kits that you get from Michaels. So it wasn't from her shop, although I don't know if you can get the booklets from her shop. I'm pretty sure they're kind of like a Michaels exclusive sort of deal. And I found that the stickers were stylistic wise very similar to her shop, but the paper is much thicker. So I wasn't really a fan of those booklet papers. Like I wasn't really a fan of the sticker paper from those booklets. I don't know, just wasn't my cup of tea. Again, I think this was a different shop that I wasn't familiar with, but it was still from those sticker booklets. So I feel like Michaels might have done a collaboration with a bunch of Etsy shops and took their sticker designs and put them into mini booklets for their craft shops. I'm saying this as an Australian who's not aware of how collaborations work or how Michaels works as a craft shop. So this is just all my guess, just seeing them in the shop. But yes, I really love the holographicness here. Another Hello Petite Papers kit. I told you I love her sticker kits. I can't get enough of them. So we have a public holiday here, and if it was June, it is, then it was the Queen's birthday. I don't know if it's actually, I don't think it's her actual birthday. I think we just say it's her birthday. I don't think there's anything major about this. Toby's filming day. Usually when we do a filming day with Toby's, it's like a big production because we need Violet and Jimmy. I think this might have been the Night King. He did one with the Night King. It was like some sponsored collaboration or something like that, so that's probably why I marked it off. I think this is Station Sticker. If I remember correctly, I think this is Station Sticker. Has a little bit of foiling, which she's very famous for, and I'm pretty sure this is a very old kit as well. Okay, you can see I store like a lot of the extra big stickers that come from like Glam Planner that don't fit in the kit. I just put down here. I don't like wasting stickers. Okay, this is a very empty month, like literally nothing for my main channel. I managed to somewhat keep some sort of regularity with my planner channel, but not really. Like my intent was to do twice a week, but here you can see I've only done once a week. Here, nothing yet. I don't know if I did anything in August. But yeah, it was getting quiet. This was the start of a new project at work, a pretty major project that I'm still part of, which is part of what's creating a lot of stress. So maybe that was what happened. This is for autumn, fall, which July technically is winter now in Australia. Well, not now, but July is winter. So I guess it kind of does fall into that realm. And then we have another Glam Planner kit. I think I was just really trying to use up all my Glam Planner and Scribble Prints Co. kits because I used to be part of their subscription boxes. And then I ended up canceling them a year or two ago because I realized I was getting way too many kits that I couldn't use them up fast enough. So I ended up just, I think I paused those subscription kits. I don't know if I'll start them up again. Maybe if I run out of kits and don't have any, then maybe that makes sense. But for now, I'm happy to save my money. But this is so cute. I mean, I know this is Sleeping Beauty based, and that was one of my most favorite Disney movies. Loved it. And then we're celebrating Toby's birthday here. Jimmy and Violet took him out for lunch, and obviously I get to go too. But it's not his actual birthday. His birthday was previously. Actually, I would have just missed it. It was in June. Oh, right here. Okay, I didn't even call it out, but no, his birthday would have been here. And I don't know if for some reason we did a later lunch. Okay, I think this kit is actually from Simply Gilded. So from one of the subscription kits that I get every month, I decided to try and use the kit. Obviously, not everything here is from Simply Gilded because like Simply Gilded don't have these ombre heart checkboxes. The washi tape was from their kit. They don't have the habit tracker, so it was kind of an amalgamation. They don't have the glitter headers either. Yeah, definitely a combination of basing it off their kit and then bringing lots of scrap stickers to it, if that makes sense. And I think after this video, I'm gonna film a video showing you guys how I salvage or use up the rest of the remnant stickers from previous kits. And this is why I do it, so that when I have kits like this that don't have everything, I can just pull that out and I've got stuff to use. No wastage. I really hate wasting stickers. I want to use every single sticker I buy, so that's my way of doing it. But you can see here, they just are a little shy of the full box, so they're just like a couple millimeters too thin. So that's when I realized that the kits actually don't suit Erin Condren, but someone recently told me that the new ones do. So I'm gonna do this all over again. Probably do it in a spread that I'm not going to do a planner before, just to test it out first, and if it works, then I'm definitely going to start doing it in future. Like I'll start filming some planner meets with Simply Gilded kits, because I know a few people have asked whether I can do that, and I would love to do that. I think it'd be so much fun. So this is another Glam Planner kit. It's a really old one, like a super old one. I can just tell because she has, I'm not sure if the checkboxes, but I can just look at it and I know that this is definitely very old. Oh, date covers, also no date covers. It's a really old kit from Glam Planner. So then we have August, a really slow month. Wow, so I skipped an entire week without uploading anything. And then I kinda uploaded haphazardly, but yeah, not really. You can tell when I'm like not going through a good time is when I'm not as productive online. If I'm really productive online, you know things are going well. So this is a Hello Petite paper, just had it at the tip of my tongue, and settlement day. So this is the day that we finally exchanged keys and got our house. it was like really stressful but really exciting at the same time. And now we have so much work we need to do with the house, and I'm kind of blown away with how expensive house stuff is. Like renovations, everything, it's insanity. So my 2020 is going to be, well, I feel like 2020 and potentially 2021 is going to be a lot of renovations and like house related stuff. So this is not any particular kit now that I'm looking at it. This is just all the leftover pink stickers I had from previous kits thrown together, which I kind of low-key love because it feels so resourceful when you completely use up a sticker sheet, when you've used everything up and you can throw away like the backing sheet because there's nothing left. That gives me life. May sound silly, but it does. And so this was just like, you can see Hello Petite paper. This one is like 1 ton in a million. There's just so many different like companies here, so I love it. I feel like it's not wasteful at all. Oh, and 16 years together, Tobias and I celebrated our 16-year anniversary. This one, I think, is a Coffee Monster & Co. kit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Coffee Monster Co. And we took Monday off just because our anniversary landed on a Sunday, and I think what we want to do now is always take our anniversary day off work, and so we can just spend it together doing, like, you know, the fun stuff you get to do, like go out to brunch but not have to line up for hours, because if you do brunch on the weekends, they're always so crowded unless you go really early. But if you go during a weekday, everything is so much calmer. So that's our tradition now. And for those of you who don't know, we got married on our anniversary, so I'm like, our dating anniversary and our wedding is on the exact same day, so I don't have to remember 2 dates. I just have to remember the 1 day. This is a really old Glam Planner kit. Yeah, super old because it doesn't have the date covers. Sick day. Man, I feel like I got sick quite a bit this year. I don't know what's going on with that. I do remember being sick because I went to product camp, which is, if you're based in Melbourne or if in Australia, there's like this conference product camp. I think that's pretty much the full name, for people who want to understand more about product management, product ownership, stuff like that, which is a role in IT for people who follow the agile methodology. So I don't know if everybody understands that, but that's kind of the area I work in at the moment. And yeah, it was a really great day, but I remember feeling quite sick at the time, so I was constantly having to drink water. And then we come into September. Oh my gosh, look how bad my upload was. Like, hardly anything on Instagram, really not much on YouTube either. I feel kind of bad, to be honest. And sorry if I keep talking about it. I don't know how else to not, because I see it come up. So this is a Scribble Prints Co. That's a good giveaway, SPC. Thank you very much. Love this kit. Oh, it's so nice. I really love the more recent Glam Planner and Scribble Prints Co. kits. I just think they're so much more intense and they have a lot more to do. I love really busy spreads as much as I love really simple spreads. I love the extremes of both ends. Here I sat for my AWS exam, so I've been studying intensively the month before. For those of you who don't know, AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. It's basically a cloud platform that Amazon hosts. So Amazon is, for most people, Amazon is known to sell stuff, like goods that you can buy and order. But actually, probably, and I might be overspeaking here, I'm not sure, but the biggest part of Amazon is actually their web services, which is basically hosting, like cloud hosting, where they host websites, servers, all sorts of digital related stuff. And I'm pretty sure that makes up the majority of their annual income. I think if you check their shareholder statements, annual reports and stuff, you'll see that most of their earning actually doesn't come from all their e-commerce related stuff. It comes from the web services, their cloud hosting, and that end up powering a lot of their other stuff, which is why I think that's probably why they can run those businesses at either a loss or at no profit whatsoever, because AWS is super profitable. Anyways, I sat for the exam so I could become certified, and I passed. I was so nervous. You guys don't even know, like literally that morning when I went for the exam, I was so nervous. But when I came, it literally tells you, the second you finish the exam, it tells you whether you passed. And so I like wanted to cry. I was so happy. Okay, so this is another kit from One Ton and a Million. This is from their booklet from Michaels. I'm not like a huge fan of those booklets from Michaels. I think I just prefer the original shops themselves because this isn't very Erin Condren-esque, and I guess maybe the kits weren't meant for Erin Condren, I don't know. But I hate that it covered up all the dates, so I have no numbers to indicate what day is what. Wasn't a fan of the paper, but I think if you don't mind thicker stickers, it's definitely worth checking out. So this is a Scribble Prints Co kit. I really love this theme. It's so festive and circusy, and this was the weekend we did the road trip with Violet and Jimmy down to Phillip Island. It was honestly one of the most fun trips I've done this year, and I'm saying that even though I went to Japan and New York and Los Angeles, which I really love, but I love hanging out with Violet and Jimmy and I love traveling with them. They unfortunately can't travel as much, just work commitments and stuff like that, but every time we travel, I have the best time. So we did bowling, laser tag, I watched Deadpool for the first time. I was a little shocked, it was a little adult for me, but they loved it and it was the most fun. Then this is a Glam Planner kit. Yep, Glam Planner. And I never used the double column stickers, but I wanted to this time, and I actually kind of like how it came out. Like, it's very cute, very festive. This is all Disney World. I was saving this kit actually for when I went back to Disneyland, Disney World, but then I actually don't know when I'm gonna go back. I feel like I don't love revisiting them. I love theme parks, but I'm not a huge fan of how busy and crowded it is and how you have to line up for everything, so I generally just avoid them, even though Disney is like my heart. I love Disney, but I would like to go to Disneyland Paris. I just want to visit all of them at least once. So there's one in Paris. Don't know if I'll ever visit the one in Hong Kong. I would like to visit the one in Shanghai. I think the Shanghai one would be interesting to see. But I've been to the ones in Japan and the two in America now. I think that's the only ones I've seen. The only downside of this is that it really limits the working space you have. But there are some days when honestly I don't have anything to put down, so this would work out great. So this is another Hello Petite Paper Co. Hello Petite Paper, no co at the end. But I think this is an uneventful. We have the public holiday here, which is only Victoria, and this is when we celebrate AFL, which is Australian Football League. Our football. Melburnians, Sydney-siders, all the states. I mean, it originated in Melbourne, AFL, and it's spread to the other states in Australia, and so now it's a like heavily worshipped day. The grand final is on Saturday, so we used to have a parade go through the Melbourne CBD on Fridays, and so people would take a half day off work to go watch it. Now I think they just decided to give everyone the day off so we could all go watch the parade. I am not the biggest football person, not that I dislike it, I'm just not a sports person, so I don't really go, like I don't really pay much attention to any of the sports, but if you are curious, I do barrack for Essendon, which might be controversial, I don't know, but it's because my godmother went for them, so that's who I barrack for. Okay, so we go into October, another quiet month. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it, you guys already know. You can see we kind of went on holiday because this is towards the end of the month on Halloween. We went to New Zealand. Now this is a really empty kit, and I think this is just a mixture of different kits as well, because I see some Scribble Prints. I see another company that I remember using, Violet, these full boxes. You know what, I think I got the full boxes from one shop and then I got everything else from different other shops, so it's kind of like a mishmash. I really like these mishmash spreads. They force you to get creative. So this is Scribble Prints Co. Love this kit. I love the color themes for it. It's so nice. And I think this is when we originally had planned to go on vacation with Violet and Jimmy, and it didn't work out, so we moved it up to September. Hello Petite Paper, never quit your daydreams. So right. Love her kits. She has the best quotes. She's just one of the most artistic people on Etsy, and I love her to death. Yeah, it's just like random things. There was like my friend's birthday. We had some structural engineers come over to our house because we had to do some restructure stuff, which is why renovations take so long, because there's some base foundations that need to get fixed. Well, they are fixed now. Can't remember the name of this shop. Ali. The name Ali keeps coming up. Violet and Jimmy hosted a Halloween party, which was so much fun. We all decided to dress up from the Addams Family, so I was Wednesday. And then I had to start packing because end of this week, oops, November. Still pretty slow in my opinion. Video-wise, still pretty slow. But yeah, this is when we went to New Zealand. More specifically, went to Queenstown and Taranao, which was so good. I don't think there's been a holiday this year that I took that I thought, you know what, that was really stressful. Because the holidays aren't stressful. The holidays are like godsend. And they just keep me sane. So this is Hello Petite Paper's Halloween kit. I love this kit because so many of the Halloween kits are very scary, spooky, and dark, and I love that she went a completely different route. She still used the traditional colors of Halloween, but she lightened them to make them pastel. I think it's such a great idea. I want to invest a little bit more into the special occasions for next year in my own kits. Maybe, maybe not, I'm not sure yet, but love this, it's so good. And so yeah, we flew out, I think, on Halloween. Like, we took a 6 a.m. flight, so we had to get to the airport at like 4 a.m. because it's an international flight. I remember basically sleeping for 2 hours and then having to wake up and drive to the airport. It was painful, but it was worth it because it was a holiday, so I can't complain. Flew to New Zealand, landed in Queenstown. Guys, if you've never been to Queenstown and you live in a city, especially in Australia, you need to go. It is magical. I can't believe, like, I know New Zealand's beautiful, but my gosh, I can't wait to go back one day. I want to go back with people and show them how beautiful the nature is, the mountains, the trees. It makes you just want to like leave a busy life and just retire and set up your life in like a quiet village somewhere. It's amazing. We went to see Milford Sounds. Beautiful place. Then we drove back to Queenstown. So we stayed in Taranao for this section of the trip. Then we drove to Queenstown. We did basically it was just a lot of driving, but it's my favorite. So this is a Coffee Monster Co. kit, an older one. I think she still has it in her shop, but I bought this ages ago. And then, I remember this kit. It's a really, really old sticker shop that I don't know is around anymore, like Hello Ashley or something like that. Ashley Ann is the sticker shop owner's name, but I don't know the name of her shop. If it's still around, I'll link it below, but this was just a rubbish week. You can see it was hardly filled out. I was really sick here, and it's because I had a really bad allergic reaction. I was gardening on the weekend prior, and I thought it was a plant, but I think it was an insect in the end. Something bit me, and I had a full-blown allergic reaction. My entire body was covered in hives. I had to go see a doctor to get some steroid medication. They told me to go on antihistamines, but the antihistamines only worked for a few hours, even though they're supposed to work for 24 hours, so I ended up having to take 3 to 4 a day. My whole body was covered in hives, as I said, so Violet recommended I use calamine lotion to ease the itch. I put it on, it felt amazing, then it started to burn, which I thought was weird, so I took it off and realized I'm allergic to calamine lotion. It wasn't so funny back then. It's hilarious now in retrospect. This is a Scribble Prints Co. kit. Very autumny, even though November is spring. I love playing opposites. This is my friend's birthday here, so we took him out for dinner here. We did an outdoor escape room with Violet and Jimmy. It was the best, so much fun. I really regret not vlogging, but I kind of made a rule that I wasn't going to vlog in November because I was vlogging every day in December, so I didn't want to like burn myself out. So I was a bit sad I didn't get to vlog that day, but also kind of enjoyed not having the pressure of vlogging. So now we have December, and I haven't filled up everything else. You can kind of see some blanks here. But the YouTube game only looks strong because I was daily vlogging. Once Upon a December is when I vlog every day in December. It is very similar to Vlogmas, except I don't stop at Christmas. I go right through the month. So this is a Glam Planner kit. Very like celebrationary sort of kit. And then we have I'm pretty sure this is a Hello Petite Paper kit, but I feel like it's missing. Okay, I think actually what I did was took a misfit, like 1 or 2 sheets of the kit, but it wasn't the full kit, which is why you don't see any full boxes or anything. Yeah, because these full boxes are not from the kit. This is like from Glam Planner. It was like a mixture. I took a couple of the like sheets of it, put it together, and then went through my scrapbook and added more. And then this is another Hello Petite paper kit, and I especially wanted to use it. I felt like it was very suitable because this was my birthday, Friday the 13th. Lucky Friday the 13th was my birthday. And then the next week was, this is another old kit that I don't remember. This doesn't come with it, so it was kind of mishmash. This is the thing, when I used to order stickers, I never used to order them in kits. I would just order bits and pieces that I liked. But now, because I'm so into the kits, these little bits and pieces don't end up getting used. So I'm trying to figure out how to use them so that I don't waste any of them. And this is the final spread for this particular Erin Condren. I know that there's one more page back here, but I'm gonna start, the same page is also in the new Erin Condren. So rather than doing the same week twice, I'm gonna just start fresh in the new one. So this is a very Christmassy kit from Caress Press. I bought this probably 2 years ago, so I'm not sure if the kit's still available, but I love her kits. They're very comprehensive. They have something for everything, so the kits and the spreads always feel very cohesive, and I really love it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. This is the week I took leave, so I think this week was my last week of work, and then I decided to take 2 weeks off during the Christmas and New Year's break. I actually have absolutely no regrets, even though I had to take the leave non-paid because I don't have enough leave, because you can see I travel a lot, but I don't care. It is totally worth it. Being at home, being with family, being with the cats, just being at home doing things I love is so good for my mental health that it is worth giving up money for. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy 2019's flip through video. I need to rest my voice because I've been talking straight for about 45 minutes now. So yes, thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to the internet.